and now we are in July of 2024. So I think this is a good time for me to sit back, reflect, or actually I already sat back and reflected, and I wanted to bring you this video with all of the lessons that I've learned during this time so that if you're thinking about starting TikTok shop, you have a good foundation to go off of. And I included literally everything I can think of, everything that I've experienced, all the tips, all the tricks, how to scale up, where to start, how to start out, and everything in this video. So I think it's going to be packed with value. So let me make myself smaller and let's get right into it. 10 months of TikTok shop. So let's look at some results so far, because you're probably wondering, why am I going to listen to this guy if he doesn't have results? So this was me right here 10 months ago. Love looking back on these videos. I went to my local dog park. This park is closed off now. But anyways, it was 10 months ago, sat there, and I told the world that I was going to be successful on TikTok shop. There was no videos on TikTok shop, about TikTok shop on YouTube. There was no one talking about it, no one posting about it. So I thought this was going to be a great opportunity. I had a little bit of experience with print on demand previously, with e-commerce, nothing crazy. So I jumped at it, just like any entrepreneur does. You see an opportunity, you go at it with speed. And then I sat there in that park and I recorded that video telling everyone I was going to hit it off. I recorded that video and the rest is history, as they say. This is where we stand right now as of July 2024. Over the last 60 days, we've done 3.1 million views completely organically, no ads, nothing like that. And this is just from the business account. Obviously, the affiliates and all the other sources are driving even more viewers and traffic to our website. We are a star shop. Now, this badge right here is a grind to get to, and you got to perform better than like 92% of the other TikTok shops on the platform, because you got to reply. It means you give good customer service. It means you sell a lot. And it means that you are in TikTok shop's good graces, right? You don't have violations or anything like that. So it's definitely a very big accomplishment. So we've done 4.8 stars, over 320 reviews, right? Over 4.4 items sold, and a 4.8 star rating means that obviously we're doing something right. Customers are happy, satisfaction is there. We're a star shop, which very, very few TikTok shops are able to earn. And the social proof is there. 14,000 followers organically. And you know why these 14,000 followers feel so good? Is because it's a real community. You have very strong engagement. None of these followers were bought. There's no bots in the comments, nothing like that. Every single view is real. Every single like is real, and every single comment is real. And I couldn't be more proud of the work that I've put in over these last 10 months to reach this point. If you want to do the same, you will find my school link down below. We will get one-on-one mentorship from me. So without further ado, let's talk about everything I learned and how I got to this point. I don't know why those stupid animations keep happening, but let's just ignore it. All right, so let's talk about the good and the bad of TikTok shop that I've experienced. Let's start off with the good. So you get to work with affiliates with thousands and millions of followers without paying any kind of fee up front. Now, for someone who's just starting out in e-com, it's usually a struggle getting that money to pay off affiliates so they can make videos for you, and then you don't know if the videos are going to perform or not. With TikTok shop, affiliates make their money through commission. So they're incentivized to make more and more content for you so they themselves can earn more and more money. So it's a win-win situation. The more videos they make for you, the more sales you drive. The more sales you drive, the more money they earn from commission. Another good aspect of it is that you can lean on FOMO and influencers to drive impulse purchases. So when a bunch of influencers, you're kind of flooding the market with your product, and viewers just interact with one of your shoppable links, they're going to get more and more influencers and affiliates that have your product linked in their videos. So it's going to increase that influence on them. And also because a lot of people are going to be buying it, they're going to see how many have sold, they're going to see the good reviews, they're going to be more incentivized with that fear of missing out. They're going to go and make their purchase as well. And then the last point is there's many more good points, but these are kind of the ones that I thought of at the top of my head. It's the top one that I can tell you, though, is the biggest opportunity ever for someone who's just starting out or for an already established e-commerce business to add a solid sales channel. If you're just starting out, you don't have to think about ads, anything like that. You just make videos and you drive sales. The last point is shoppable content and live selling is the present and the future. Shoppable content has been around in China for like the past 5 years. The US market is just catching up, and TikTok does it brilliantly because TikTok already influences like 70% of Gen Z's purchasing decisions. They'll see something on TikTok, they always comment, "Where'd you get this from?" Or there's things that if they go viral on TikTok, they sell out in stores. But now TikTok Shop reduces that friction because they don't have to ask, "Where did you get that from?" They don't have to go and try to buy it in a store and drive over there. They don't even have to leave the app to purchase it. They can purchase it right from that video. The more videos you have that go viral, that influencers go viral, you're going to drive an insane amount of sales. And live selling is something that I'm stepping into a little bit because it is the future. It's already a $500 billion industry in China. And I'm seeing how powerful it is in building a community, interacting with your audience, and building a good relationship with your customers, which even when I go on live and I don't get any sales, I just enjoy speaking with my audience. I enjoy answering their questions, telling them about new drops, thanking them for all the support, just even the likes, even if they don't purchase. It builds a genuine bond with your community because typically it's brand is over here, customer is over here. Now we have brand owner, the face of the brand is right here communicating directly with customers. So it builds a very, very good relationship. Now, the bad that you need to be aware of before you even get started with this is that you're going to have the worst seller support and protection experience of any other e-commerce platform. I haven't really sold that much on Etsy, so I can't comment on it, but I know like Amazon and eBay are pretty pro customer, but TikTok takes that to another extent. Like they'll do anything to please the customer. But worst of all, if like anything goes wrong, if you just have like a question to ask support, for example, I'm going to be traveling soon, so I just wanted to ask support like how I should proceed with this, because I'm going to put my shop in like a pause period, and you get no response. There's just AI bots. There's like no one to give you any help. So in business, things go wrong, and it's frustrating. It's very fucking frustrating to not have anyone to give you a timely response. If anything goes wrong, if the product shows is delivered and the customer's like, "Oh, I didn't receive it," they get an immediate refund. So yeah, you're going to fall prey to a lot of scammers and things of that sort, and you're not going to get any support from TikTok Shop. You can't make your own policies, and all policies are very anti-seller. So like you have to ship stuff extremely, extremely fast. And if you don't ship, and even if it ships, even if you ship it fast, if it doesn't get delivered, if there's some sort of delays or whatever, if it doesn't get delivered within a set time frame, the buyer can cancel the order, get refunded, and still keep the item. That's just one of the crazy ones, and there's many more crazy ones. And then the 2-day service, I think it's called the service level agreement, makes it very difficult to fulfill on time if you're fulfilling yourself, or if you're using a 3PL or whatever. For example, I was using Printify in the past, and sometimes even if the tracking doesn't update within 2 days, even if the tracking number is in, even if it's been dropped off, it doesn't update to in transit, they mark it as late. And usually, previously it was 3 days to ship stuff. Now it's 2 days. So that adds up. It increases your violations. If it's above 4%, you can get bullshit violations for no reason. You can have great customer service, good reviews and everything, and then you get like one bad review, and then they give you like 3 violation points for no reason at all, right? It's all done by AI and bots, and there's no one to help you out. And your account can get locked. Let's say you just randomly get a counterfeit violation, you get like 34 violation points. They shut down your account. Even if you had money on hold, like 10K, 20K, 30K, they'll just literally hold your money for God knows how long. And it's, again, like I said, because there's no one to actually speak to, it's very difficult for you to get it back. It's frustrating. And another thing that I forgot to mention, if you're someone who's just starting out with like barely any money, that period that it takes for you to actually start earning money, because TikTok doesn't pay you out until 5 days after delivery if you're in the accelerated settlement plan. If you're just starting out, it's like 10 days after delivery. So you might have cash flow problems if you don't come into this with money already in the bank, which I don't think TikTok Shop is for someone who got like $100, right? Because you're going to fulfill, even if a video goes viral, you fulfill your products or you already have inventory, then you're out of inventory and you don't have any money because they're not going to pay you yet until stuff gets delivered, especially when you first start out. It's a long wait period. All right, so now let's talk about the growth stage. This is the stage I was at in towards. I didn't start until August 25, so I actually been on like for more like 10 months. Um, and the first month was definitely the hardest. The first 3 weeks were extremely hard. It took me 3 weeks and over 30 videos to get my first sale. This is not a get rich quick scheme. You're not going to post a video tomorrow, it's going to go viral and you're going to make $1 million. This is a grind, right? But it's something that if you really want it and you put in the volume, you're going to be successful. That's what I believe. On a long enough time scale, I don't fail. That's it. That's my mentality. I don't fail. There's no such thing as failing. I'm going to stick to something until I figure that shit out. And yeah, there's no such thing as failure. So I continued pushing the volume, and then got my first sale. And then from there, y'all see where we're at right now. We're 4,000 sales. Don't compare yourself to others or copy them. When I first started, I would go onto TikTok and I'd see like kind of posts that other people were making to sell their products. And I would just start kind of like copying what everyone else was doing. Then it wouldn't work. Then I'd get frustrated, copy someone else, I'd get frustrated. And I realized that, look, like, put everything to the side. Like, we can take note of the overarching themes that work when it comes to the content. I'm going to cover this later, but don't go and copy other people. Try to be more creative, try to be original, and kind of like try to not even look at other content for a little bit and see what you can conjure up in your own mind of different videos to make, different styles, because it's going to be original and then people are going to like it. So yeah, before you buy a ton of inventory, make sure your product sells. I mean, this is common sense. If you're like, wow, I really love these shirts that I sell, you go and have like 300 made, and then you start, and then people don't like them. All right, now you're fucked, right? Because let's say you post for a month, 2 months, 3 months consistently, you go on live and you don't get any sales. At this point, it's like the product doesn't work. You got to move on from it. But if you already spent thousands of dollars on inventory, now you're in a hole. So definitely start out with like a small inventory or do print on demand, right? If you're selling clothing, start out with something small, create content, go live consistently for a few weeks. You're going to start generating some sales, get some more inventory. If you do print on demand, it's like easy to scale. But if you ship your products yourself, I started out with print on demand. Now I ship stuff out myself. And even when I started shipping stuff out myself, started with a very small inventory, then increased it a little bit, started getting custom stuff, like totally new custom stuff done. Started with that slowly again, and then kept slowly scaling up and moving up. All right, now this is the key right here. And all right, let me move myself back here. So everything begins with content. TikTok is a content app. I'm a very big advocate of really honing in on your content, trying to make the best content possible, because that's going to be the foundation of everything. So some content basics. Good lighting will instantly elevate your video quality and engage your viewers more. I've worked with people and I've seen their content, and they'll show me like, okay, this is what I posted. And it's like a completely dark video. Shit's upside down, writing is upside down, completely unpleasant to even look at. I'm like, what is this, right? Think like this is just so basic, but many people don't understand. This is lighting and sound is the basis. If you're going to be talking, make sure that the people can hear you, what you're saying. There's like crazy echo or the sound is like weird and cutting out. Make sure there's bright lighting. Natural lighting is the best. If you don't have natural lighting, get some good lighting so that's bright and it's clear what's on the screen, right? Also, good camera quality. If you have an Android from 2015, that's just going to be horrible. You don't need a professional camera. Definitely don't use a professional camera for TikTok, but you need a good quality iPhone. Like I use the iPhone 12. Man, I've done all this shit with my iPhone 12, all the content, the photo shoots, the videos, everything. So as long as the quality is good, that's the first step. Then the engaging intro and captions. So I like to do captions like funny stuff, relatable stuff. It does very well, right? So it usually be like affiliates or me myself when I was my own affiliate when I first started out. I would just like wear my sweaters, and then I had like a funny, engaging caption. The link is there, and people just buy from that, right? So these are some different things you can do. You can be like, this is every successful video on TikTok has one of these attributes. It's either funny, so like something relatable that's funny. It's either a value, you're presenting value, you're teaching people something. You're problem solving. You're teaching people how to do something. You're telling a story, which is engaging. You're attractive. If, hey, this mostly works better for girls. If you're an attractive girl, like that's going to get attention. Or you say something controversial. And by controversial, because we're businesses here, right? You don't go out there and say like something offensive or racist. I mean controversial. Like I'd seen this video where this guy said Apple is going to steal our headphones design, and then he was like talking about his headphones. People are like, no, Apple would never steal your headphones, blah 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 blah. So it's like controversial, but like in a non-harmful way, right? Be as natural as possible. TikTok users don't like over-edited and fake content. If you're gonna do like a more advanced editing, make sure it fits TikTok, right? So it's not like sometimes what I see when it comes to clothing, stuff like that, I'd be like a behind the scenes of like a beach photo shoot. It's like super professional. You can tell it's done with a camera. So it's like actually wider than the TikTok aspect ratio. So it looks super unnatural, right? Make sure it fits the platform. It's for TikTok. So some things I mentioned here also have like good hooks, background music that matches, use sounds that are trending, that are funny. That's what I like to do. A trending sound, like a funny caption that's relatable. It keeps that, it's like lighthearted. The audience likes it. We can relate. We can laugh together. And then if they want to buy our product, they can buy it. And engage with your audience. You're trying to build a community here. You're not trying to take people's money like, oh, I just want them to buy from me. I like customers to have a good experience. I like to communicate with them, to speak with them, to ask for feedback. That's something I love doing, replying to comments, asking for feedback. So before I do a new drop, I like to ask customers, hey, what do you think about these colors? What do you think of this style? Take that feedback and then go and implement it, because then you've literally created a product. Before the product is even made, you know what your customers want. So you've created something that's perfect for them, that obviously some people are going to not like it maybe, but the majority already like it. So it's an instant purchase and everyone's happy. We're getting sales. Customers are getting exactly what they asked for. And they feel like this is a brand that actually listens to what they want, which is very rare. All right. Again, as I've told you guys during this 10 months, the main idea that I wanted to express to you guys is that content is king. Content is what got me my first sale, my 100th sale, my 1000th sale, and my 4000th sale, right? There's a lot of people out there who are going to post about TikTok Shop and like, you can actually make $1 million from TikTok Shop without posting any content. Yeah, but you're not building a brand. You're just selling some random shit, right? If you want to build a brand, make good content, right? Actually build up that brand so that you don't get a customer for one day. You get an audience, a community that is going to buy from you over and over and over again. So these are some different styles of content. I'll run through them very briefly, but I covered them in more detail in my school community. So product placement. This is, like I said, when you wear, for example, we use the product's example as like a sweater. I'll wear the sweater, have a relatable, funny caption with like a funny, relatable sound. Like I'll say the sound, the caption is there, I'm wearing it, and people just buy the sweater because they like it. I'm not even directly promoting it or anything. The link, TikTok Shop link, is enough promotion. Problem solution. So let's say you're selling something like a water flosser. You tell people, look how much plaque and gingivitis was building on my teeth. Or if you have problems with plaque and gingivitis building, if you have problems with bad breath, this water flosser right here solved all of my bad breath problems. So you're presenting a problem that they might have, and then you're showing them the solution. The other style is come along with me. That's what I like to call it. I really like this style, and how I implement this is, for example, we have a new drop coming up and I want to ask customers for their feedback. I'll show them my digital design, my digital rendering, say, hey, this is what we're thinking of doing. What do you guys think for this drop? Get some feedback, and it might not get a bunch of sales because the product isn't even out yet, but it gives me feedback and it keeps it top of mind for those customers. Those people who comment and give you their feedback, they're highly likely to buy that product before it's even made, before it's even out. They're likely to buy it. Right. Another way I like to do come along with me is like, hey guys, we had so many orders this past week and I'm at the post office right now dropping them all off for you. If you ordered in the last 24 hours, it's on its way to you right now. And we are really low on stock. So if you want to get yours, lock it down right now. Come along with me to the post office, that kind of thing, giving them the behind the scenes of the business. Controversial, I don't do this, but this is like the example I gave earlier. and then simply selling, which, if you're running a sale or there's like a TikTok shop promotion, you'll make a post like TikTok shop is giving, whatever percentage off all of our items right now for a limited time. Go get yours. We have a few left. So that kind of thing, that works well for me. I used to implement it more in the past, but now I've like built up more of a relationship with my community, and I've realized that's really the key. If you want to get consistent sales, make consistent money, go for that long-term mindset, right? Over this last 10 months, I kind of started out just, getting designs from Etsy and like putting them on stuff and trying to sell it. But now I'm trying to build more of a community and more of a brand. So as these last 10 months have gone by, that's kind of been, or at least this goal has become a lot clearer for me. So over the next 10 months, I want to have an incredibly solid brand. We drive a lot of sales through our Shopify too. So it's not even just TikTok shop. Continue to grow, continue to build up that mailing list. And yeah, I kind of went off track a little bit there. But so level one that I've learned these last 10 months is let's get our content on point, and that's going to set us up for everything, right? Level two is affiliates. Now, when I started out, I was my own affiliate, and I was like, oh, this is all good. I'm making enough money just being my own affiliate, whatever. But then I'm like, what? That's such a stupid, like, small mindset. Why not get more affiliates and level up, right? So with affiliates, if you flood the market with affiliates, your product is going to take over. It's going to go super viral. You're going to get thousands and thousands and thousands of orders from affiliates, and they're going to take the workload off of you. Now you don't have to post 4 or 5 videos a day. You can just post 2 to 3. And also your affiliates are getting a different face out there. Social proof, influence, they're getting different faces out there with your product. So level 2 is affiliates. But don't waste your time messaging affiliates. This is a low ROI activity. I think, honestly, in my opinion, anything that involves like cold outreach to people, cold emails, DMs, messages like, hey, promote our product, we give good commission. That's some loser shit. What kind of big brand? Actually, some big brands do that. They'll reach out to affiliates, but I don't have time for that, right? Because those big brands, when affiliates or influencers see them in their inbox, like, oh shit. So if you're someone who's more so just starting out, like you're at the midpoint and you're just reaching out and you got like no followers, your page has no content, you got no followers, no sales, no affiliate wants to work with you. Affiliates don't even check their inbox. And I know this because I was a TikTok shop affiliate myself. So don't message them. What you do, and this is what I did, I just didn't leverage it to the highest extent when I first started. Now I am. Now I got a bunch of affiliates. But before actually I get into this, let me tell you all the downside of affiliates. Sometimes you might send them free samples and they don't even create the content. This happened to me, not even a couple. This happens a lot. It's pretty common, but it's like the price you pay, right? I choose to invest in affiliates and that organic marketing versus paid marketing and paid advertising. So I take the loss on those, whatever. Can't really do much about it. So this is how you get affiliates. This is exactly what I did. You set up an open plan, offer a good commission. So 7, 8, this depends on you, right? If you want affiliates to like take most of the workload when it comes to creating content, offer like 10% commission, because they'll get your sample and they'll make a bunch of videos so they can make more money. If you're like, you don't mind making a lot of your own content still, you still want to have affiliates at the same time, then do like 6, 7. I go with 6, sometimes 7. And then create content so they come to you, not your. Offer a good commission, create the content, and then they're going to see your posts and it's going to go to the right affiliates. People who already interact with that kind of content are the right affiliates because they fit your customer avatar. So then they see your product, they click on request a sample, boom, they come to you, you send them a sample, not wasting your time doing low level activities like DMing people, right? And yeah. And how do you evaluate affiliates when they come to you? Followers don't matter. These are the questions I like to ask myself. Do they know how to make good content? By good content, are they making like all those points that I mentioned earlier? Do they have good lighting? If they speak, do they know how to like speak on camera? They're not like, because some people like just do weird TikToks and you might see them be like, oh, they have a lot of followers, or, they got a lot of likes on like some old video, but then all their content just sucks. They don't know how to make content. That's not a good affiliate. Do they have the right demographic? Now, this right here, I sell women's products, right? So I'll oftentimes see a girl with like good amount of followers, good amount of views, and I'm like, all right, cool, this would be a good affiliate. But then I go look at the comments and it's just a bunch of creepy old men or just a bunch of men because they find that person attractive. So they interact with their videos, they like, they comment, and you're like, oh, they got a good engagement. But then the engagement is not your ideal demographic, right? Unless you're selling something for like for guys, not even, which wouldn't even make sense. Like those kind of affiliates are not going to do well for you. So go on affiliate marketplace and affiliate center, sorry. Look at the analytics for that affiliate. You can see the demographic, how many female, how many male followers they have, the percentage of that. And then the last question is, are they getting 1,000+ views on all their videos? So followers don't matter, but are they getting good amount of viewership? If every single one of their videos for last like month only has 200 views, they're not in a good spot right now. So maybe, that's probably not a great affiliate to work with. Level 3. Now you've reached, I mean, honestly, try to go through these levels as fast as possible. Like try to make as much content as possible, in the first 3 to 4 weeks when you start out. And then you're going to get affiliates at the same time, send your stuff to affiliates at the same time, and then like get on live, honestly, as soon as possible. So level 3 is live, and it can be awkward and uncomfortable, but it's an insane tool. Now it took me like 10 months literally since I started to now. I went on live once during that period. It was super awkward, hated it. Started going on live a few weeks ago and I was like, oh shit. It started driving a lot of traffic to my website, started getting more people on the mailing list, started getting more sales, started building more of a connection with my audience. Then I realized it was a big missed opportunity. So if something I can tell you from my experiences, go on live as early as possible. TikTok is pushing it a lot. Before you go on live, always create a piece of content because it'll be pushed more. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but when you scroll on your For You page, if someone is currently live, you're going to see the video that they've posted. TikTok just pushes their most recent video more so that it can get more people to go on live because TikTok likes people going on live, especially live selling. Especially during campaign periods, like big sale periods, TikTok loves for sellers to go live. What do you do when you go on live? Interact with your community, ask for feedback, show them what you got in stock right now, tell them about upcoming stuff, reply to their comments, whatever it is, and instruct them to go on your website and join your email list. So over the past month and a half, I've grown my email list, actually 2 months. I've grown my email list from like 500 contacts to now over 6,500. So, it's an amazing tool, email and SMS marketing. And also show them everything you have in stock. Be like, all right, this is what we got in stock now. Tell them about how the sizing works. Tell them to, if they want to know exactly how it looks to go like reference your reposts. So always repost your affiliates content so they can see on a bunch of different body types and things of that sort. Some last extra tips. You need to do a good, clean photo shoot for whatever you're selling. Please, please, please don't go use stuff like Placeit if you're selling clothes, or like take shitty images. Like in ecom, your product images are like the most important thing. That's the basis. Think outside the box. You have many tools at your disposal. Use them all and be creative. I've spoken to a bunch of people I've done consultations with, or people in school, or just people in general who I talk to, and they're like, yeah, I tried it out for like a few weeks. They just didn't work out. I'm like, all right, so what did you do? I made like 3 videos. Are you fucking serious? You made 3 videos? You made 10 videos, even 30? That's nothing. Like, you really need to put your head down, say, like I did, and go back to my day 0 video. I sat there and I said, look, I'm going to be a success on this. I'm going to make this shit happen. And I made it happen. Why? Because I stayed relentlessly working towards my goal. I don't stop. When I say I'm going to do it, that means I'm going to do it. And I want you to take that same mentality and apply it. You have a lot of tools at your disposal. You have a huge opportunity in your hands. This is still a new platform. Like I started 10 months ago, but even when I started, it was in beta. Like it was brand new. It's just continuing to grow, right? So it's only going to get better and better from here. If you are one of the early movers and you establish yourself on there, you're going to grow something huge. Another extra tip is build a community. Try to build a brand. Don't try to go for like a quick hit, like make some quick money. I mean, I guess if you're just starting, you're broke, then yeah, make quick money, whatever. But I would suggest try to build a brand, try to build something long-term, because it's going to be a long-term thing, right? Reply to comments, give your customers a good experience, ship stuff out on time, reply to their emails as soon as possible. you're not going to please everyone, right? So there's going to be some customers like going to get something that's not going to fit them, and then they're going to get mad at you because it doesn't fit them. Like, that's not your fault, right? You can't please everyone. You're going to get some bad reviews here and there, and that's the nature of things. There's no such thing as a business out there with 100% customer satisfaction, and if there is, they're lying. So yeah, that's it. That's what it is, guys. That's 10 months of everything that I've learned. It's a lot of trial and error, a lot of difficulties. There's going to be many periods where things slow down. I have a bunch of videos. I have a bunch of videos recorded in my phone. I always record moments when like I'm at a low point and things are slow. I was like, damn, shit is slow right now, but we're gonna bounce back. Every single time we bounce back. Um, and that's the experience you're gonna have too. So I wish you the best of luck. I don't know how long this video is. It's super long. Good luck with everything. And again, school down below, consultation link down below. Like, subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next. I'm out.